Welcome to anaturaldesign.com. In the studio today, my name is Holly Berry, and this is made for our patrons on Patreon. We're going to work on wiring and taping 4 different stems, and these are to be used on a display at the Northwest Flower Garden Show, where we're incorporating it into a skirt for a mannequin. You can see some of our design sketches here, and it kind of gives the overall display. Down in the front, you can kind of see what looks like a little skirt here. So we're going to work on wiring and taping the stems to be used on the skirt. We'll go ahead and get to it. Feel free to drop any questions in the comments and we'll respond as soon as possible. This first one is Limonium or Misty, and it's a nice filler flower. We're using 26 gauge floral wire. So we're gonna cut about a foot of it. We're gonna use our wire cutters, and that gives us a nice 12-inch stretch of it. And then on these stems, we want them to be long because they're gonna be on a skirt. We're going to create a little loop. This has a nice little split in the stem there that helps create a hook for the wire. And then we're going to twist the wire around both the stem and the extended longer piece of the wire there. So now we have a very secure wire. And now we're going to take floral tape, and we probably only need a foot or less of it. This floral tape is sticky, sticks to itself, it's stretchy, and it's papery, and it's specifically made for flower stems. So we're gonna start above where the wire and the stems attach to each other. We're gonna loop it on, and as I'm twisting, I'm pulling. So I'm stretching the wire and the tape around the wire, and I'm twisting the stem. And you can see how it's locked on tight there. There's no loose tape, there's no loose wire, it's held all in place. And we're gonna continue down. We're overlapping the tape as we go so it sticks to itself. And we're just gonna take that down right beyond the end of the stem and then loop back up to give it a very secure base, so that way when we glue it to the skirt and the dress, it will have a very secure hold. There we go. So I'm just going to tear off that extra piece and then twist and pinch the end of the tape to that stem, and now you can see how we have the wire extended out, the tape and the stem together with the wire, and then up into the stem. So this will be part of the skirt hanging, and we're gonna mix that in with some statice and some silver dollar eucalyptus and some gypsophilia, or as you probably know it, baby's breath. And these are the 4 different stems that are going to make up the skirt for the mannequin. We'll go ahead and move on to the statice next. So again, taking about a 1 foot length of wire, using our wire cutters. We want to make sure not to use our floral clippers, although it could be easy because that's usually what you have next to you the most. So we're finding that first branch off up there where the stems divide. We're gonna clean that a little bit as we go here. This guy is great for cleaning stems as well. It's a stem stripper. Get some of that extra off so the tape has a more secure base. And you can see how we have our shorter wire up around the stem and the longer wire extending below it. So we're gonna wrap the short one down and twist the longer wire around it, making sure we still have a bit of a tail there. And again, about a 1 foot length on our paper floral tape. And starting right above where that divide is, where our wire hooks in, twisting and pulling, overlapping the paper as it goes. If you accidentally tear it, just restart and make sure to overlap where you left off. And stretching. When I'm holding the paper here, it's not yet stretched, and you can see at the end here where it starts to turn that lighter color. That's where it's stretched. And that helps it cling to itself and form fit the materials inside of it that you are wrapping it around. A bit more. Almost to the end there. And then we still had that extra piece from our last stem that we can use as we circle back to the end of the stem there and then back up. So we're gonna pick up that last piece from the prior stem, overlap it where we left off, and again pulling and twisting as we rotate the stem for that second layer of tape to help securely hold it in place. And there we have it, nice and tacky and sticky and ready to go on a skirt. And we're leaving these ones long. You don't see this very often in floral work. Normally you're wiring and taping just the end of it for like a corsage or boutonniere. But with these, they're gonna go on the mannequin as a skirt, so we need that extra length in the stems. And there you have it. That is taping and wiring stems for a floral fusion skirt on a mannequin from the Northwest Flower Garden Show. And this is your behind the scenes look in the studio at anaturaldesign.com. Take care and have a great day.